So today in science we're going to be learning about the animal skeleton. Now last week we looked at the human skeleton and today we're going to take a closer look at the animal one. Now, do all animals have the same types of bones? Well, us humans have the same types of bones, all the same shape and size. However, animals have different types of bones. They've not all got, if you look at these here, the same size bones or the same shape bones. And when we're looking at skeletons, we can divide them into vertebrates and invertebrates. Now, it's really easy to tell the difference between the two. Vertebrates have a backbone. So if you feel down your back, you've got your spine, and that is because we are vertebrates. And then an invertebrate doesn't have a backbone. It doesn't have a spine. Now, you can further classify skeletons by looking at where their skeleton is. So, all vertebrates have an endoskeleton, which means it's inside the body. However, invertebrates can be divided again into exoskeletons and hydrostatic skeletons. Now, we're going to look at each of those in more detail now. So, the endoskeletons. Animals with endoskeletons have skeletons on the inside of their bodies. Endoskeletons are lighter than exoskeletons, and as the animal grows, so does their skeleton. So as they get bigger, the skeleton gets bigger with them. Then we've got the exoskeletons. Now, animals with exoskeletons have their skeletons on the outside. Exoskeletons do not grow with the animal, therefore the animal has to shed its skeleton and produce a new one as it gets bigger. Then we have the hydrostatic skeletons. So, animals with hydrostatic skeletons don't actually have any bones, and all animals with hydrostatic skeletons are invertebrates. Instead, these animals have a fluid-filled compartment in their body called a colon. So let's remind ourselves of the three functions of a skeleton. So, they are here to support us, they're here to offer protection, and they help us to move. And it's the same with the animals. The animal skeleton helps support them, protect them, and helps them to move. So, just a little reminder here as well that an animal with a skeleton is called a vertebrate, and an animal that doesn't have a skeleton is an invertebrate. So, we're going to have a look at the St. Joseph's X-ray machine now. Now, in this game, you've got to look at the animals and decide if they are a vertebrate. So if they have a backbone, so have a look at the animal and then decide if you think it's a vertebrate. And then I will show you the answer. We'll have a look at an X-ray of them to see if we can see a backbone or not. So first one. First animal is a cat. So what do you think about a cat? Do you think a cat is a vertebrate? Let's have a look. So, yes, a cat has a backbone, so it is a vertebrate. And there you can see its backbone on that X-ray. Next one is a fish. What do you think about a fish? Is a fish a vertebrate? Well, they are indeed. They do have a backbone, so they are a vertebrate. Next one. Snail. What do we think about a snail? Do we think a snail has a backbone? Unfortunately not. No, a snail has no backbone, so it's an invertebrate. Oh, next up. Quickly gave the answer away then. Next one is a dinosaur. So, do you think that dinosaurs had a backbone underneath that tough skin of theirs? What do you think? They did indeed. This particular dinosaur had a backbone, so it's a vertebrate. Then we have the jellyfish. Ooh, think of that jellyfish's body. Do you think a jellyfish has a backbone? No, a jellyfish has no backbone, so it's an invertebrate. Next up, we have the eagle. Does this eagle have a backbone? Is it a vertebrate? Yes, the eagle does have a backbone, so it is a vertebrate. Next up, the wiggly worm. Does this wiggly worm look like he has a spine? Nope, A worm does not have a backbone, so it's an invertebrate. Next up, we've got the frog. Is he an vertebrate or is he an invertebrate? He is a vertebrate. He does have a backbone here. Now the next one's really easy. What about a person? Does a person have a backbone? Are they a vertebrate? Now I spoke about this earlier, so hopefully you can remember the answer to this one. So the answer to this one is, of course we do. We have a backbone, so we are a vertebrate. Well done, everyone. I hope you got lots of those right. Okay, so today's activity, what you're going to be doing is you are going to be sorting these animals into the different skeleton types. So we have the endoskeleton, skeleton inside the body, the exoskeleton, skeleton outside the body, or the hydroskeleton. They don't actually have a skeleton. They have a fluid-filled sac instead called a colon. So all these animals here, first of all, I would probably sort them into vertebrae and invertebrate, and then I would have another look at them and decide where I think the skeleton is in them. Now, if you're struggling to remember what any of those mean, just watch the video again, and then you should be able to sort them easily. Also, once you've done that, try and have a think of any more animals that you can. See if you can find some more animals to go in each of those sections. Have a look on Google or have a look at any books that you have. Now, we'd love to see you work in Class Dojo, so please make sure you send it to us.